He's been an iconic figure on KGUN 9 for many decades. His face is seen all over the country, on TVs, and most recently on the big screen.
Yeah, we're talking about movie critic and entertainment reporter Jim Ferguson, a man who can seriously name drop Hollywood stars. Now, I first met him not here at KGUN 9, but at Santa Rita High School. He was my social studies teacher. And tonight, we turn the spotlight on Jim Ferguson.
The journey began in the 70s. Jim Ferguson launched his career as a talk show host, impressing the Tucson audience with an amazing array of movie, television, and music stars.
What had happened was we found out that our biggest ratings at KGUN on my show, on the Jim Ferguson show, was when we had stars.
It's with great pride that I present Bob Hope.
That was a special day at KGUN. He was going to do a 6-minute interview with me, and he stayed doing at least 30.
We're going to come back to a film clip.
I'm not. I'm leaving. I'm going to the golf course.
Can't you stay with us?
I'm staying with you. You know I'm staying.
And that show, Val, went 11 years at KGUN, which I was so proud of, you know.
And it never would have happened if Jim didn't take a leap of faith and say goodbye to a 20-year career in teaching.
You grew up hearing stories about car salesmen. Was that an advantage, playing Joey O'Brien?
Like any good interviewer, Jim comes in prepared, but he learned a valuable lesson early on during an interview with legendary actress Amanda Blake. Jim came in armed with a clipboard full of questions.
Amanda took my clipboard and she threw it. She says, "You don't need that. You have a nice smile. Let's just talk for 90 minutes.
That smile and disarming personality have made countless stars feel comfortable.
Thank you.
One of my best times of the day when I get to talk to Matt Damon about a throwback movie.
I just love what I do. And if I'm not invited to a film, something, I take it personal. And I go after it.
Barbara Lozier, good to
That
see you.
perseverance served him well as he transitioned to movie critic and entertainment reporter.
Every star going back for the last 20 years I've interviewed except Al Pacino.
He takes me to what I would call his interview vault.
These are all interviews I've done over the years. They're on old beta tape. I'm trying to get them all transferred now. But just pull one out and see who it is.
See this one here. Clint Eastwood. Wow.
For
Space Cowboys.
And look at over there.
Oh my goodness.
Goes all the way down to the bottom.
All of them kept on shelves in chronological order.
You have every single one of your interviews on tape or something?
I wouldn't say every single one, but
pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah.
And how many would that be?
5,000, 7,000 interviews.
Equally impressive, his haul of Hollywood stars. Pictures of the legends he's interviewed spanning his entire career.
Anthony Hopkins, Spike Lee, Sylvester Stallone.
See, you're the person who can
Harrison
name
Ford.
drop. You can name drop every day with every
sometimes
star.
when I do that, though, I'll say, you know, my sound is sounding like I'm name dropping, but I'm really not. But I have to be careful, you know, that well, you know, Mark Wahlberg, he's a good friend.
Name drop.
Name drop.
Out of all the legends spanning decades, his all-time favorite celebrity to interview might surprise you.
I studied the accent, and I
Drew Barrymore.
She's intelligent. She gives you great answers, and she's just a lovely young lady to talk to.
Jim and I are old friends.
We go way back.
Yes, we do.
Jim, of course, has seen thousands of movies. One movie released 3 years ago inspired him to take another leap of faith, this time stepping into the other side of the business.
And I woke up one night here in this house at 3 o'clock in the morning, went in my office and started on my computer typing an idea I had for another musical.
Jim's written a screenplay titled Bounce the Moon, inspired by the Oscar-winning movie La La Land.
I made it totally different from La La Land, which is set in LA, of course, and my screenplay called Bounce the Moon is set in Manhattan.
The screenplay took 2 years to write.
I'm happy to say, right now, it's being read by Damien Chazelle, the Oscar winner and writer of La La Land. hopefully it'll get done some days.
With a good dose of drive, Jim shows no signs of slowing down. Retirement is not in his plans anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's not going to happen.
As long as physically I feel good and I look okay on camera.
You look great.